Good morning, folks, and welcome back. Title of our thought for today is Me and My Big Mouth. I heard a pastor from Georgia speak the other day about the power of our tongues, as described in the 3rd chapter of the New Testament book of James. I think he may have used the above title, Me and My Big Mouth. The tongue is such a small part of our bodies, yet it can foster so much good or deliver so much damage, whether it be between family members, companies, states, or even nations. The Bible compares our tongues to a bit in a horse's mouth, a very small piece of metal, but it can control a horse's direction. The tongue, it says, is also like a rudder on a ship. Again, such a very small part of the vessel, but it directs the very course of the ship. One of the modern translations of the Bible describes the tongue as being like a small spark that can set fire to the course of human existence. In this book of James, the author, who incidentally is the earthly brother of Jesus Christ, he states that mankind alone does not have the power to control the tongue. Only God's help will enable us to do that. Someone has made the observation that mankind has tamed every kind of animals. We have seals that clap, dolphins that talk, dogs that jump through hoops, but we cannot seem to tame our tongues. With our tongues, we can either bless or curse. And just like the old saying says, just as a bucket will bring up what is down in the well, so too the tongue brings out what is really in our hearts. If criticizing and gossiping comes out of our mouths, this means there are issues with our hearts, and they should be dealt with, should be addressed. So if we want to change the course of our lives, we'll need to ask God to help us steer that little rudder we call the tongue. Words have so much power. As we said, they may praise or they may curse. They may accomplish things or they may destroy. They can encourage or discourage. I read where it said that often what we say to people in the first 5 minutes of a day can set the tone for the rest of the day. Good example, a mother's words to her children at breakfast. Another example might be a husband coming home from work. He looks at the stove and exclaims, "Oh no, not tuna casserole again." The relationship right there is probably put on edge for the rest of the evening. But it doesn't have to be that way. When we've been separate from those we love for a while, someone suggested, before reconnecting, first do a little attitude check and perhaps reset your mood. There was an author and motivational speaker once by the name of Zig Ziglar, and he wrote a book, and in it he talked about how we need to have attitude adjustments, and he called them checkups from the neck up to eliminate stinking thinking and hardening of the attitudes. Pretty good way of describing it. Someone else said, generally speaking, it's a good idea to leave work-related problems at work. Perhaps ask yourself, does my family look forward to my coming home? If not, why not? A little sensitivity on our parts will improve most any situation. Remembering that arguments separate friends or family like a gate locked with bars, whereas wise words satisfy like a good meal. James' final instruction is to Be slow to speak and quick to listen. Slow to speak and quick to listen. This is not our nature to do this because each party wants to be heard. They want to be listened to. So beginning to institute this as part of improving our relationship skills will help us in trying to control our tongues and will show great maturity. Why not give it a try? Slow to speak and quick to listen. That's our thought for the day. Hope it helps. Thanks for joining us. See you on Wednesday.